You know, there are plenty of dental labs to choose from throughout the Seattle area, but why not choose one that's in the heart of the Snoqualmie Mountains, home of the majestic Snoqualmie Falls? That is beautiful. Well, that's exactly where Northwest Dental Arts is located. Led by Sharon, she believes in collaboration, has years of experience, and has a dynamic team of artistic talents. So what do you say we go chat with her? That's stunning. So Sharon, first off, congratulations, newborn. You just had a little daughter.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've got a new daughter, and you are running a lab, not just a lab, it's a busy lab. You're like Superwoman, Supermom right now.
Thank you.
So appreciate you sitting down and chatting with me a little bit about the lab. So you took over the lab about 3 years ago.
Right.
Tell me, what was that process like? What was the relationship with the previous owner like?
Ron, he's been in business for a really long time. I believe the lab was open around 1996.
Okay.
And then I took over 3 years ago. It was, I believe, a year-long process. I had to learn a lot, but he was great at it. Just went with the flow. I would come here and learn from him, and it wasn't quick, but it was definitely a process.
Yeah, I'm sure, but what was your experience in the industry before that? Or did you know that you wanted to be a business owner and this was an opportunity and you had to learn from the ground up?
I actually attended dental school.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. I graduated from UW for undergrad, and then I went
Go
to North
Huskies.
York. Yes, go Huskies. And then I attended school in North York in Toronto. And then back here, I knew I didn't want it to be elsewhere. Just lab was perfect for me.
Okay, and you grew up here as well. What part of Seattle did you grow up in?
Des Moines.
Okay, where's that at in comparison to Snoqualmie? Because, I mean, right now we're in the middle of the beautiful mountains, and in comparison, so how far of a distance?
About an hour from here, nearby a beach. Better. I mean, this is great too, but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's something about the beach though, right?
Right.
Something about the beach.
Right.
Tell me about the team. How did you come into the lab with what kind of team, and what have you built since then?
Oh man, the team, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Mike, Mary, they've been there before I even stepped in, 9+ years. And most of the team members stayed, despite of COVID and everything, they all stayed there. Throughout the time, I hired more people and built a great team.
And what's it like? What's the culture like here with the team? And how many people, first off, in this lab?
We have 8 people. Culture, it's not, I mean, I give them freedom. Alan, our model guy, he comes here at 2 a.m. sometimes to finish up his work, and then he leaves whenever his work is completed. I do not tell them what to do. They come here on their own, do their work, and leave. Yeah, freedom it is.
Which that's a great culture.
Yeah.
That's a great culture. What are the relationships like with the doctors that you've created? Because I'm sure obviously there was a built-in relationship there with many doctors. What do you feel like are the strengths to maintain relationship with doctors, and how do you do that?
I try my best to go out and meet them once in a while, keep in touch with them, text them often. Any case, we talk one-on-one, or Mike does, and we keep in touch rather than just assuming that a case is completed and that's it.
Yeah. Well, now you have the new school art of digital dentistry, digital lab here as well. I mean, what's the technology like that you've implemented into the lab?
After I took over 3D printing and digital models, that's what I'm kind of going on to that route now. It saves so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the relationship with True Abutment, what's that like? Because that's a partnership, obviously, that's going to help you grow as well.
Right. So my employee, Kim, he introduced me over to True Abutment. We tried over a few cases for a month or two, and I really liked it. The turnaround time, it's great. They send in cases, and next day it's here. That saves a lot of time, and then it's a open concept. Not much limitations. You can do a lot with it.
Good. So, obviously it's very important to have that relationship. And Kim, how did Kim create that relationship with True Abutment? Do you know?
So he recently came on board about a year and a half. Prior to that, I've been working with other companies, and he introduced me with True Abutment, and I haven't been sending much cases elsewhere besides True Abutment.
So for education, continuing education, what is your go-to? What do you say, you know what, I'd like to learn a little bit more about this? What do you do?
Our vendors, Nobel, Strawman, or so many other vendors that offer free education, sometimes paid education as well, we like to really attend those. What I am planning to do is attend COIS, which is at, I believe, UW in Seattle. Attend classes over there, so for continuing education.
So for the last 3 years, you've built the company where it is now, and it's extremely successful. A lot of cases, and just a really busy lab. The next 5 years from now, what do you hope the business turns into? Are you happy with where it's at, or do you have more aspirations in order to continue to grow it?
I'm not planning on growing it into a corporation level or anything. I want to keep it where it's at. Definitely built it more. We're planning on building a second floor to have kind of more open area, as we don't have much space in there now, but definitely keeping it as it is.
Wow. Wow. Like a little bit.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
Where's this? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Goofy one this time. Big 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Open it. Open it. Here, so one with the GoPro and one with that, okay?
Sharon, thank you so much for inviting me out here and telling your story. I mean, you bought the lab 3 years ago. You have a newborn daughter, thriving business. You have a lot going on.
I do. I definitely do. Thanks a lot for coming here.
I appreciate it. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Superwoman right there. Well, that's going to do it. Another episode in the books here in Snoqualmie, Washington. It's beautiful. I'm going to go hike a mountain.